who was the fourth faithful to be banished from the Celebrity Traitors, joins us now. Morning.
Good morning.
It was filmed a while ago, but does it still sting?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Really?
It's really... we had an episode screening. The first episode, we had a screening in a cinema in Notting Hill for all of us to see it, you know. So it was really nice to see everybody. But I found myself kind of like shivering nervously throughout the whole thing because I hadn't seen it. I didn't know what to expect. And I was the same on Wednesday when it was the big round table denouement between me and David, you know. I was kind of shivering. We had friends and family around and had set up a wee screen, a projector screen in the kitchen. So we had about 20 people in the kitchen, you know.
And are you watching and thinking, should have done that better, could have done that better, this is why?
I suppose there's an element of that. You know, I guess people sort of ask me about gameplay. Did I have a game plan going in? But as I said to Claudia when I had my little interview with her before it all started, I just wanted to be myself and kind of try and... always wanted to be a faithful, but I wanted to try and kind of... I thought I would be able to try and kind of perceive some kind of duplicity and all that kind of stuff. But it's impossible, as Stephen Fry says, it's impossible to spot a lie.
Mark, for those people who've watched the series and people are absolutely loving the series, they pay attention to a lot of detail and they watch the emotions of those involved.
OK.
Now, would it be fair to say...
I'm very emotionless in it.
Would it be fair to say that you have been frustrated, borderline angry at times? Because that's been suggested. You frankly lost it a little bit a couple of times. And
well,
what do you think?
I certainly frustrated, I would say, is the main kind of emotion that I can read off myself when I see it, watch it back. I just frustrated at especially at Claire going, you know, when Claire, I was so annoyed, and I didn't vote for Claire that night, I voted for Charlotte. But that was wrong as well, you know, but I was just annoyed that we weren't kind of coalescing, still not coalescing.
Well, can we go back to the anger issues? Attention was drawn. I'm only saying because it was noted in the programme.
Yeah.
The hammering on the table,
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
You involved. I mean, you...
Or passionate.
Passionate. Well, very much so. I think more so probably than anybody else. I got very quickly assimilated into the machine. And I became, it's a very intense experience. You don't have your phone. You don't have pretty much no contact with the outside world. You don't have any contact with each other unless you're kind of in the castle. So it's quite isolating in a way. And so you kind of, there's a little bit of Stockholm syndrome, you know, going on. So, yeah, I totally bought into it.
On a much lighter note, can you take us to some of the moments that have obviously made you all laugh in there, but also given the people watching? Can we talk about Celia Emery and the wind issue? Because that has become quite a big moment.
That's possibly one of the finest TV moments this year, if not in the last decade, I would say.
Do you want to explain? For those people who didn't see it, you're in a gathering and it's getting quite tense.
Yes, it's the Cabin in the Woods task. And initially, we were all chained up by these hooded figures. And when Claudia first came in to tell us what was going to happen, there was a little from somewhere, and Celia first up and said, "I'm terribly sorry it was me. I get very nervous." So yes, Celia Emery farting is...
If anybody could get away with it.
Oh, face of an angel.
Who do you think is going to win?
Bless you. Who do I think is going to win? I think I would. I don't know. But I think at this stage I would say probably I'll choose one from each camp, either Nick or Kat. And
Kat is a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
Nick is a faithful.
Yeah.
At this moment.
But I think they're both playing a really brilliant game.
Are we allowed... I mean, it's kind of tricky, this, isn't it? I'm not sure what... You know what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say, right?
Do you know? Because you said you don't know. Do you genuinely don't know?
I genuinely
So
I didn't want to know.
you only know up to your
Yeah, everything's a surprise.
So that's good. We're on a level playing field.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the obvious question that people want to know is, why on earth didn't you spot who was a traitor? Why didn't you get it right? Because a lot of people are saying it's glaringly obvious. I know we have the benefit of seeing the whole thing. Why didn't you get it better?
You also have the benefit of seeing an edited version of the whole thing. So all the sort of other stuff that goes on the cutting room floor, where you're just having I mean, they're 13-hour days. It's long days. You spend a lot of time together. And you're just a lot of the time you're just chatting, so you kind of make friends, you know, and you kind of trust. You know, I got on really well with Jonathan off camera, and well, everybody, but you know, I found myself chatting to Jonathan a lot, and so you don't. That kind of sucks you in as well. You don't really. You kind of begin to trust people off camera, and that bleeds into the game on camera and what you see eventually in the show.
As you're watching, you said Kat.
Yeah.
Not Jonathan or Alan, who are...
I think Jonathan's days are numbered. Joe's been...
Why?
Well, Joe's been kind
Grandmother.
of... Yeah, he's been gunning for... Even though he guns for him and he goes, Jonathan, Jonathan, and then he ends up voting for somebody else. But I think his days are numbered, Jonathan, and I think he knows it as well. Alan's really grown into it. He started off really sweaty, and now he's just accusing people left, right and centre. But... I think his days might be numbered because they'll come back. If they don't get him, you know, next week, they'll come back to that forgetting that he had a shield. That's a big thing.
Because you get the shield that protects you, but if you're a traitor, you don't need one anyway. So.
Yeah, so it's... And he's obviously forgotten because he doesn't care, because it doesn't matter. And Joe's said, no, but you're not going to be voted out tonight.
As you say, it's such a sort of, you know, fishbowl situation. In other circumstances, Mark, would you consider yourself good at working out whether people are to be trusted or not?
No.
OK, that's a fundamental problem.
Obviously is, yeah.
And now it's been evidenced in front of huge millions of people.
I better watch myself. Nobody comes knocking at the door trying to sell double glazing.
When the children are watching with you, are they like, Dad, come on, it was so obvious?
Well, I think... no, they're not, actually. They're being... Well, if they're thinking it, they're being very kind and not saying it. So, but no, they're immensely involved, which is lovely. Because I am, I think they see it. They love the Trojan horse task, you know, because we were all sort of shouting at each other, come on, come on. They're going, yes, Dad!
Do you know, it's been lovely having you here and giving us lifting the lid a little bit on what's gone on. Thank you.
Thanks so much.